It has been a welcoming sight for most to see students back on the Fort Hays State campus. But one thing remains even with the new semester underway: the ongoing pandemic. However, unlike last semester, most students are not learning remotely from their homes. Also, previous policies such as masks and social distancing are no longer in effect. Scott Kaysen, the Chief Communications Officer at Fort Hays State University, explains the removal of these policies.
We don't have a mandatory mask policy anymore. The social distancing policy is not there. We don't have directional signs and stairwells and things that, back in the height of the COVID pandemic, certain stairwells, certain exits were designated for entry and exit. We don't have that anymore either.
At the same time, Kaysen, as well as the university, monitor cases both regionally and nationally, and believe that the current policies are compatible with concerns on campus.
Both myself and I think, speaking on behalf of the Critical Incident Policy Group, which is the group that meets regularly to look at cases nationally, in our state, in our community, on our campus, we definitely are concerned until this is well under control, and we're always going to have those concerns. Just don't know where a pandemic is going to go. We believe, though, we have a thoughtful set of policies in place that allow maximum interaction that needs to happen on a college campus, with thoughtful use of face coverings and trying to get as many people vaccinated as we can so that we can stay open and continue to offer the great experience we do.
And so far, the university is pleased with what they've seen, especially with the number of students participating in the Vaccine Incentive Program, which gives $400 to an FHSU student who provides proof of a COVID-19 vaccination.
We've been very pleased with the start of school, with the opening of school. We're pleased with the energy we see. We're also pleased with the participation in our new vaccine clinics and incentive program. I think close to 1,000 students have taken advantage of the opportunity to participate in the $400 vaccine incentive program. We've had some very successful clinics, 3 clinics already around this first week of school. And then today we announced that this Health and Wellness Services group will be offering free vaccine clinics every Tuesday. And when I spoke with the director today, he told me that they've almost filled up all their appointments for next Tuesday's vaccine clinic.
Unfortunately, cases have begun to rise again nationwide, and a similar spike can be seen here in Ellis County. We talked to Dr. Dallas Richards, lead physician of Health and Wellness Services at Fort Hays State University, and he stated his concern that a spike like this will be seen on campus at some point.
Well, with the increase in the number of cases in Ellis County, I'm concerned that the campus will see an increase over the next 2 or 3 weeks also.
The Delta strain of COVID-19 is a key contributor to the spike in COVID cases nationwide. Dr. Richards explains the difference between the Delta variant and the original virus.
The Delta variant is more potent in that it increases the viral load in a person who is infected, meaning you have more virus particles in your nose. The Delta variant also increases the severity of the illness, and the risk of hospitalization is twice what it was with the original virus.
The COVID vaccine, according to Dr. Richards, is still effective against the Delta variant, just not as effective as it is against the original virus.
It is still effective against the Delta variant. It's not as good as against the original one. The vaccines are very effective, 90% effective in preventing severe disease and hospitalization.
Dr. Richards also stated the importance of getting a vaccine in order to help prevent the spread of the disease. Among other things, he also advises to continue wearing a mask and practice social distancing.
The primary one would be to be vaccinated, and that's why we're encouraging it. Besides vaccination, I think the mask is very important for people being inside a building because we know that unvaccinated people and vaccinated people can both transmit the virus. So being masked is very important. Also, social distancing is important, and then using hand sanitizer, washing your hands, and just being careful of being in large groups.
For FHSU students and staff, it is also important to evaluate your health before coming to campus.
The other really important thing is that if you have any symptoms, to go to the student health center or a healthcare provider for evaluation. You may think it's your allergy symptoms, and it could be the COVID. And so getting attention early and being tested early would be very important.
Additional COVID resources can be found on Fort Hays State University's website. And as for the incentive program, students have until October 8th of this year to collect their $400. I'm Justin Sabata for Tiger Media Network.